Hi guys, and welcome back to the Kanalgratis Live show. I'm Pontus Sjölund, and this is my co-host.
Hi, my name is Mike Lauho. I will be here today to ensure that your questions will be answered. So ensure to comment your questions through the live show today. My hopes is that the show will be fun today and that we will bring up a lot of educative questions. And should we get started?
Yeah. And our guests for today are the fly team, Vision Fly Dressing, Steffan Jensen and Daniel Bergman. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yeah, you just arrived?
Yeah, I flew in this morning from north of Sweden. Been on a tour, me and Bauer, all over the northern parts, and ended up with a big fly tying fair yesterday. And early bird in the morning and jumped on a plane to Stockholm.
Mm. Yeah, great to have you guys here. So today we're going to talk a lot of perch fly fishing, of course. We're going to tie a lot of flies on request of you. We already have a lot of comments that you want to see magic minnow flies. How many magic minnows have you tied this week?
A little bit too many to feel excited to see they're tying them, but it's going to be fun anyway, especially if we get some input from the audience.
Yeah, we're going to do it kind of open source, so you can feel free to drop comments, what colors you like to see, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And we're also going to give away some of these flies.
Yeah.
5 flies we're going to give away during the live show. I don't really know how we're going to do that. People will just leave comments when we do them, I think.
Yeah.
And then we'll give them away.
Yeah.
And then we will also have a giveaway of a Vision abo kit. The gear that these guys use in Perch Pro to catch those really, really many perch. And to participate in this giveaway, you will leave a comment after the live show, because if you leave comments now, they will disappear after. So when the live show is over, leave a comment why you would want this, and then we will pick a winner like tomorrow or something, or tonight.
Yeah.
So that we will do after the show.
Of course.
Also, if you don't win an abo kit, we will tie another five flies.
Yeah.
And give them away together with the people who buy an abo kit at kanalgratisdotse. So stay tuned for that, and make sure to participate in the fly tying here.
Yeah.
Do we have any comments so far?
Some questions are coming in. Maybe we should start off by just asking Berman, will you shave your beard off if you win this year?
Well, I promised that. I promised that last year. that turned out fine, but I guess I have to stick to that.
Well, there's more to it than you just shaving your beard.
Yeah, it's actually who will be shaving my beard.
Even better.
And we're not talking shavers. We're talking like a trimmer or something. Otherwise, I will probably never get off the boat.
That's up to me to decide, isn't it?
No, it's not. I think it's up to my girlfriend to decide.
Something with fire, maybe, to fix it quickly.
Yeah. That's been tried before.
Okay, so how big part of you wants to win, and how big part of you wishes that you will fall on the finish line?
It will probably grow out in a couple of days anyway, so it's worth to sacrifice it.
Yeah, but it ain't over yet. There's 1 day left of the competition. Much can happen.
Yeah.
And you have much less fishing time the last day than many of the other teams.
But so
since you were so far
2 of the other teams too.
Yeah.
Well, not all of them.
2 of them.
2 of them, yeah. But that's what worries me.
Yeah.
That teaser you put out
that
killed me.
That's probably the best teaser you guys ever made, because I don't know. I think I've watched it like 10 times and called you. What have Albin saying the last 2 seconds? Did he say that they might have made a big mistake, or we might have made a big mistake? And well,
super exciting.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't know what will
just
happen. Right?
Yeah, and actually, I think we will soon have a look at that teaser. But the current standings in Perch Pro now is that we have 1 day left of the competition, and so far you have how many points?
2
points.
2 points. 2 number points.
Yeah. So no big fish points, and I think Stockholm's Fiske have 1 point, and CVC has 1 point.
Yeah.
So many things can happen now the final day, and you don't know at all how things turn out, except for you.
But what
we barely remember that.
But what we do know is that if one of these 2 guys who got the big fish point, if they get 1 point and we don't get any, we don't stand a chance.
No.
But then we need an even bigger fish than 1500 to beat Tom, or bigger than what was it, Albin's fish.
13.
But if we get that, then there's no problem. But let's see. It's very, very exciting.
Too many
we
variables.
need to grab 1 point, either the number points again or the big fish point. That's how I see it, to win the whole thing. So.
How is it seeing the show now afterwards and like each week?
It's really fun.
Surprises?
Yeah.
Yeah, because neither you or I remember what we actually did.
No, we roughly remember the amount of fish we caught, but none of us is actually remembering weight and which day it was, and
yeah. And the first
September is a long time ago.
First 3 episodes, they're okay, because then you already know what has happened.
Reports.
But after the last report, I mean, it's kind of like unbearable.
So since last episode 4, you don't know shit.
No, true. And I'm way too competitive to actually watch that.
Yeah, and I'm really not, but still, it's a little bit too exciting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Got me all fired up.
And the problem is that if you can't actually watch it at 8 straight up, you need to put your phone away and don't even look at it at all.
Stay off social media.
Just close it.
Spoiler alert all over. So as you can hear, it's going to be a really exciting last episode at the sport fishing cruise next Saturday. And seeing all your emotions, all the teams, when you find out who wins and all the results, it's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure to show up there. It's going to be really, really epic.
Yeah.
And if the case is that you have won, we need to shave your beard. Yeah. But like we said, it's 1 day of fishing left.
Oh yeah.
Everything can
happen. So 33% of the competition hasn't been shown yet.
And actually the last day is probably the hardest day to calculate the others, because where are they? How much time do they have? What if something happens?
Did they move?
Yeah. What if something happens when you got to drive home? I mean, you can get a flat tire or something, and there's so many different things that can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and they also know like the standings, so they will change their tactics to try to like change the outcome. So exciting times.
And then the
right into Perch Pro.
And then the question is how it affects their tactics. I mean, they seeing you catching those lots of perch, will that make them go even harder for numbers, or will they leave the numbers completely?
Yeah,
I actually thought that with the numbers we put up the 2 days, so that they would
give up
off.
that thought.
But now it doesn't seem like Janne and Steffan, I mean Sporting, that they've been scared off. It looks like they're gonna try to beat it. And that was not exactly what I had hoped for, so to speak. But
I think it's time to look at that sneak peek from next episode, and then we can talk some more about that. We'll see if the control room catches up, and they're doing it now. So let's look at the sneak peek for next episode.
Poo poo guy, come, Perch is waiting. Come. Yeah. Game on.
Fred, that's the 3rd day now. We have to succeed today.
And today our goal is to try to break 1,000 perch on the fly in 3 days.
We are changing tactic again for the day. We gotta give fly dressing vision a shot. They are the only ones going for really big numbers.
Is it pike or something?
Oh, it's a perch. Come on.
Okay. Holy crap!
Good boy.
Oh, fella.
Oh, I had a big perch right after the bait. Oh, fuck. You're the man.
They don't realize that the flight team has 3.5 hours of car drive. They make a big mistake.
So very, very exciting. So it seems like Sporting are going for numbers again. And what is it really that Albin says in the end there?
I'm not 100% sure, but I think he says that they might have made a big mistake. I think he says they, and by they, I don't know if it's true, but I think he means us. But I hope not.
How? What big mistake?
But he's saying something about the 3.5 hours drive, and they might have made a big mistake.
They got like a 5-hour drive. So how can our big
that is why I don't know.
You see, this is very confusing.
Yeah. Bring on the episodes, goddammit.
Yeah. So tonight at 8, it's time for the next one.
Yeah.
Find out some of the stuff.
Yeah. It's going to be fun.
All right, maybe you should go back to your background. It would be interesting to hear some about your background, maybe how a work week would look like for you guys.
Yeah, what do you work with to start with? What's your profession?
We're both sales reps for fly dressing, which means that we actually travel around Sweden, Norway, and Denmark, visiting shops and selling them fly tying, vision, fly fishing stuff. And then there's many other dimensions. For example, I've been out on the road with Bauer the entire week from Monday until now, doing some demos and having some tying workshops.
Yeah, up in the north.
Yeah, up in the north. So it's we do a lot of different things.
And we also make a lot of films together.
Oh yeah.
Some periods of the year it feels like I hang out more with you than my girlfriend.
And we actually do hang out more together some periods throughout the year than we do with our family.
Yeah.
I think we lived more or less together for 1 month last fall.
Yeah, we did.
We had like only
Around
3 days
Perch Pro.
away from each other or something.
Yeah.
Different small houses and...
Gonna go home and kiss the kids and collect new underwear.
So you have kids then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, both of
Two.
them.
Two, both of
Yeah.
us.
Hopefully they're watching.
Yeah. Yeah. Yours are bigger. than mine.
Yeah, boy is turning 8 this summer, and the girl is turning 4.
Yeah. Mine are 5 and 5 and 2.5.
Do you get to fish with them? Anything?
Well, we do, but mine are still they're still so small that it's it's just going to be put them in the boat and go out on the sea for a little bit. It's not that much, but we get out a bit.
Yeah. It needs to be fun as well.
It has to be fun.
It's the long,
no strings
long
attached.
theme.
And I don't think that any of us are ever going to push our children to go fishing. I mean, it has to be fun.
Yeah.
So there's no point in saying, "Hello, you gotta go." No.
Then you take away the fun of it.
Yeah. So,
Cool, but I guess you guys have been fishing like all your lives and done a lot of fly fishing.
More or
Have you
less.
also done spin fishing and?
Some.
Yeah.
Some.
Jig fishing, vertical jigging,
Perch and pike spinning.
coarse fishing. I think I've done everything.
Yeah, me too. Not really. I've never really tried carp fishing and stuff like that, but otherwise, more or less everything.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite species to fish for now? Or favorite technique?
It's difficult because it's so different in different ways. I mean, I love salmon fishing, I love sea trout fishing, I love perch fishing, I love mullet fly fishing, I love cod fly fishing. I mean, it's so many different aspects to it. So to say that what I love the most, I don't really know because everything is with new dimensions.
Yeah.
And I still do a lot of different fishing. I mean, sea fishing and all of that, and I still love all of that.
Yeah, that's fun. That's fun when we make films with you guys. It's never like the same species. You do perch fly fishing, sea trout, brown trout, cod, all these fun species.
Now I actually enjoy all of this like strange species that the most people wouldn't always say, "Hey, we're gonna catch them on a fly rod." Well, if they say I can't, it just makes me want to do it even more. Now I need to catch this fish. I mean,
and that was kind of the case when we filmed the first perch fly fishing episode back in 2013 or something. Yeah. Then
in
perch
Denmark.
fly fishing, there was nothing on YouTube.
No, nothing.
Nothing good.
Yeah.
So we filmed an episode down in Denmark, and now it has more than 200,000 views. So
It's quite crazy.
And now perch fly fishing must be picking up quite a lot, especially after this season of Perch Pro.
Definitely. And that's fun. That's the goal of it all, actually.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a good fish for fly fishing because they're aggressive, they're fun to catch, they're strong, they're
And they're
They're
tricky.
easy access.
Yeah,
There's
and
perch everywhere.
And they're tricky.
Yeah.
I mean, there's again, there's a different dimension to it. There might be 1,000 perch in that little pond, but it's not sure that any one of them will take your fly or even your jig.
No.
I mean, what we learned throughout the competition, all of it, it's so small things that could actually do if you get the take or not.
All about the detail.
Yeah, yeah, it's probably the most stupid fish I ever fished for.
The most annoying
Yeah, I
fish.
know stupid is a bad word, but annoying.
Yeah.
But so small details. And that's what makes it cool. So
Any
that?
specific behavior that the perch have compared to the others that you find strange? Like
Yeah, when they suddenly stop biting and you just do a small change in your retrieve, and then they start again. Like
you can take
they're
that.
all there all the time, but suddenly they stop and they want the fly fished in a different manner. Why?
You can take that example where you got, I think you had like 10 fish in 10 casts,
Yeah.
and I didn't get a single take. And we were casting like that far away from each other. And I
And it
didn't.
seems like you did exactly the same thing, but obviously.
Then we switched places, so I was in front of the boat because obviously Daniel haven't got eyes in his neck, so he couldn't watch me what I was doing. So we switched, and it took some time before we like came to that conclusion that I was actually pulling the same way as he was. But when I pulled my fly line, I kept the line straight with my fingers just going,
Keeping tension on it
hand
all the
twisting
time.
very, very, very slow. And he didn't. So the first time I just stripped and stopped, just let the line, let the fly drop. I had a take immediately, and then it was on again. And that was like that much fly line just twisting it.
Probably a drop of the fly this long.
Yeah, or maybe the fly did not even get the angle on the head.
On the head, no.
So it might have been like this in the water the whole time, and his was going like that.
That was the trick.
Yeah.
And then I went back in the game.
Yeah.
So
Yep. And now we can also see in the lower right corner some scenes from the perch fly fishing episode from 2013.
That's some time ago.
That's some time ago.
Yeah. When was that? Do you remember when we filmed that?
I think it was 2013 in like November.
Yeah.
it's cold.
And
Really
it's also
cold.
possible to
Yeah,
catch
it
from the
was.
fly. They
And
come
that
from the
was
sea.
that was the first
In
time
the
I
fall,
got in contact with perch fishing
in
and
here
really
to
like,
this little
wow,
pond
this
and
is
it
cool.
continues up there.
Before that, I just fished
Up
just
the
some
stream.
perch myself
Yeah.
during summertime.
Yeah.
And after that, it was like, wow,
okay.
this is
Sometimes you even
getting
fun.
those
get a big sea
big
trout.
perch.
Yeah.
This is
Well, it
cool.
looks
Oh, and then we saw sea trout as well.
Yeah. A couple of small ones.
Yeah, around 10 kilos.
Yeah.
other places.
Nothing,
Trying to eat the GoPro.
Yeah,
It's a very good
they were
place for
crazy.
the fly.
I got a viewer question here from Hutan. He's asking, is it possible to fly fish on deeper depth? Or is there any limit for fly fishing when you go for perch?
I would say
I don't.
No, there's no limit.
you can fish pretty damn deep, but you need to have control over the gear as well. You need to feel the line and the fly. And I would say like...
And it comes to a point where it's not fun anymore, maybe?
Exactly.
There's a limit when it comes to effectivity.
Yeah.
Of course, you can fish 12, 15 meters if you want, but it's not going to get fun and it's not going to be effective in the same way as it would be in depth down to 5 meters.
Yeah. I would say like 7 meters is like the absolute maximum where you can be in control of what you're doing
And
with a fly rod.
The most fun is probably down to 4 or 5 meters max.
So great depths for perch fly fishing
often.
in most periods of the year. Actually.
Yeah. But
we have another question here from Sebastian. He wonders why you switched to popper, that frog popper, on the second day.
Because the photographer was nagging me the whole time. You need to try the popper. Try the popper. Try the popper.
But I know you guys also.
we did fish that spot earlier, and there's a lot of grass. It's actually quite deep, but there's a big area with a lot of grass, and that's only like 1 meter from the grass to the surface. So it would have been impossible to fish anything deeper than an intermediate line.
Yeah.
And they were, when we were there training, they actually came very aggressive to the surface, also bigger fish.
But also that spot,
nice fish on the
that
pot.
spot has produced some really big fish.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the number spots you caught some some
During,
really big perch.
during training, we caught we caught a lot of fish there.
Yeah.
But
they were
now
gone.
during not the same amount of fish
No.
during the competition, unfortunately, because it was a fun area to fish.
Was it part of your tactic to choose like a shallow area? Because I would imagine if you go for numbers, it will be lesser. You will get more fish if you fish shallow.
Yeah.
Of course, we always seek waters there that are not too deep if you need to be effective again. But then there's so many other things that need to be, if you want to go for numbers with a fly rod, that need to be spot on. I mean, it's all about the boat trip. You cannot live too far away. You need to be on for 12 hours a day. So you can, if you got like 3 hours of car drive or something, well, you're gonna get tired throughout the day. So there's so many different things, and I mean, I don't think there's many who actually knows how much we have done before the competition. I mean, if you want to go for that numbers, it's always a fight against minutes. You need to know exactly how many minutes you need between each fish.
Yeah.
And then you need, all the time you need to push that, and you need to push it further, because you know that in some point throughout the day you're gonna have a breakdown.
Meltdown.
Or the fish are gonna stop biting.
Yeah.
That it's gonna happen. So then you need to be above that amount of fish per minute.
Yeah.
So if you say you got like 5 minutes per fish, well, then you get 4 fish for 1 minute. Then you got 15 minutes where you don't have to catch any fish.
Yeah.
But that's like buzzing around the whole time, and it's just.
We have another viewer question that I think is interesting from Max Power. Whether you ever hook each other when doing fly fishing, and especially if you ever hook the cameraman when doing fly fishing
that's
videos.
actually more likely. But I don't think. I think we have actually hooked you.
I think you have hooked my hat and beanie and stuff a couple of times, but I have always been unharmed.
Yeah.
But the time I remember most was down in Denmark. You were casting. It was windy as hell.
Yeah.
And your fly line came like.
Around your head.
Yeah, around my head a couple of turns, and the fly ended up in my hat or something. I was like, okay, I'm standing still here. Help me out.
Don't do anything.
But otherwise, I don't think.
No, we've been lucky.
I don't think we have ever caught each other.
No.
But we caught him, a couple of times.
He's running around where it's hard to keep track of him.
But usually it's the jacket or anything. No,
nothing bad so far. Knock on wood.
It will come.
People are asking if they can buy that Perch frog popper.
Well, they can. It's sort of a friend of ours.
It's Mr. Apex.
Apex Fly Company. I think it's actually his wife, Molly, who tied it.
Yeah, I think it's called.
Tied it's like frog legs and a popper, but it's painted and they tied the legs to the hook.
Really funny looking.
It fished really well when they're on the surface.
And talking about flies, maybe it's time to start a fly tying session. So people, you can start dropping comments what you want to see. Maybe we can start with a magic minnow. Since that's we've seen a lot of comments before.
The main fly.
That's the main fly.
This is like the basic magic minnow made from ice wing fiber. That's more or less the only material it contains. But we can do many different variations. We have some similar materials. Rippled ice fiber, a new fiber that is a bit more thicker. That works really well too. We got many colors. We got some feathers if we want to put a tail on them, like this.
Nice.
In several different colors, and we got many different eyes and stuff, so we can customize it pretty badly.
Can I see one of those?
Yeah.
Let me see. Really cool. So cool. And these, I mean, it's hard to imitate a fly with anything else than a fly. You can't. They have a certain movement that you can't get with a jig. This pulsating small fibers. It really moves even when the fly is standing still. And actually, I have started experimenting with using perch flies on like drop shot rigs and stuff. And here we can see a pre-made magic minnow, the one you can buy from fly dressing.
The actual ones we were fishing
the ones you
during
were
the
fishing during
competition.
competition. And I tried to started fishing them on a drop shot rig like this, like a traditional perch jig. And I haven't really tried fishing with it yet. I just tried it through the ice when I was out last time, and it looks awesome. But I will try more of this.
It will work.
I'm pretty convinced.
Yeah, I've heard some people actually tried it, but I haven't tried myself. So, colors for the first fly. Let's see if you have any comments. Have you seen any suggestions?
Let me drop the question.
Yeah. So, what colors would you like to see on the first fly that we're going to try? And we can give away this fly. Just, when it's done, drop a few questions, then we can pick one of you. Like random.
If you're not fast, I'm gonna start anyway.
Yeah.
We got time to do more.
Yeah, we have any. Okay, so we have many things to change in this fly, so we can start with that.
We're actually a bit under pressure if we need to do 10 flies. Well, nah.
We're 2.
Oh, we're 2.
What are the weight on these flies?
Well, more or less nothing.
Yeah, it's really not much. You can actually add weight to them.
Scalping heads and cone heads and stuff.
And the weight of the glue. I mean, the amount of glue, epoxy or UV glue, that's going to add weight as well. But, well.
In fly fishing, the flies are almost always very light, and then you get to fly down with the help of the line.
Yes.
They have different sinking rates of the lines. Sink 3 or
exactly, and the
floating.
Except for that.
This one you
fly
can
from last
the wiggling miler. That one you could probably cast with a spinning rod.
Yeah, with a fine nice spinning rod.
Yeah.
So and some of your big meaty scalping imitations.
They're quite heavy.
They should weigh like 10 grams or something.
Close to at least when wet.
Yeah.
Okay, should I let you know of some of the comments here, like white, green, orange, silver?
I see, just looking at it right now, I see like 4 fire tiger suggestions.
Okay. Let's see, then we need some yellow, orange.
Steffan, I think we can see your vice the best. So we can we do a fire tiger on that? With some white pearl-ish base?
Well, we could do both of us. We can do a fire tiger. Here we got some.
Oh yeah.
Then we need some green. Here we get some green. Orange, right?
Yeah. Should I do one in ripple ice and you do?
Do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's give away Steffan's fly in the comments, and your fly, Daniel. We can. The first person to buy a Vision abo kit from Kanalgratis, they are now in stock. Will get that fly. How about that?
Cool stuff.
Cool stuff.
Let's see. But now you guys need to keep on talking because we are going to go into our own
fly tiger. No, we can actually do
what
things.
What do you start with now? I mean, you put the hook in the vise.
Yeah. And then I just put some of this ice wing fiber just to make a kind of tail.
Yeah.
And this is
a bit longer.
Yeah, a bit longer. And now it's actually way too long, but it doesn't matter. You can cut it down, trim it down later on. So don't be too worried about the length of your fly. You can just pull it and trim it.
Pull it off.
Yeah. The only thing that you actually need to be a bit aware of is that you don't put too much material. So it's going to be like fat and bulky.
And it won't move.
No, exactly.
It will be hard to cast and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, the world of fly tying seems really, really fun. I have filmed probably like 50 fly or tie-TV episodes. Yeah. So I've seen all those fibers and stuff, but I've actually never tried it myself. But it seems really interesting with all those different materials and how you build the base of the fly and stuff.
You could try today.
Yeah. Maybe another live show. Pontus learns to tie flies.
Well, that might be a whole weekend, though.
Yeah, probably. That will take more than a live show.
A lifetime? No.
Yeah.
So how should we give out the fly in the comments? Any suggestions, Pontus? How we choose? Like, should we ask them to comment something specific or just
maybe? They can drop, when the fly is done, they can give it a name suggestion maybe, and we can pick one cool alternative.
Yeah,
maybe.
Good idea.
definitely.
Any general thoughts around choosing colors, like different seasons, or how do you go about it?
I think that varies quite a lot, actually, during the days as well.
Yeah.
But like something with a white base and in combination with other different colors is usually like a good go-to fly.
Like a natural color.
Yeah. Something that sort of
I would say
resembles the belly of a minnow.
I think 90% of all of our flies got the pearl underneath.
Yeah.
The pearl belly or the white belly or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then it could be
Anything from
some days.
Yeah, and some days it's like, as you said, hard colors, orange, very screamy colors.
Yeah.
And some days you got to be very
that
discreet.
can change with the weather as well. Like a cloudy day, you can go for darker colors or more punchy colors. But during a bright sunny day, you can go for really light colors, etc. It's like the same when choosing baits for spinning.
Yeah.
Same
Daniel,
principles.
what are you doing now with your fly? I see there's some more colors now.
I'm getting close to having the fire tie. Then I will also put some black stripes on it with a permanent marker. So I got the yellow body, some orange stripes, and getting like a green front of it.
Yeah, that's cool. Now we can't really explain everything, how we do it and stuff. It's a bit too detailed for that, but if you want to learn more of fly tying, you can go to the Thai TV playlist.
Yeah.
We have like 60 or 70 instructional fly tying videos, both in Swedish and English, where you go through all the steps.
Yeah, like the magic minnow is actually there, but it's Bauer who's
it's tied by an amateur.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sorry, Bauer.
Yeah, but there you can go in and see all the details, like what hook to choose, what materials, why you do certain things, and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
So Thai TV, search for it and you will find a lot of cool fly tying videos.
Yeah. People are asking about the hook size. What do you prefer?
Well, this is like a good all-round hook for perch. It's a Partridge Attitude Extra. It's a bit shorter streamer hook in size 1. Size 1 and 2 is like what we're using 90% of the time.
Yeah.
It's a good bait fish size.
That's cool. How long time do you usually need for a fly like this to tie?
This one, if you speed it up, you can do it in like a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
The thing that takes a little bit of time is
talking to the live host. And
exactly, talking to the live host, and then eventually putting eyes on them and building some sort of head with UV resin or epoxy. That's the part that takes time.
Yeah.
The actual tying is really simple and fast.
I see.
A lot of questions around what kind of line you use when you fly fish for perch.
I would say
maybe use different ones, but
we have this one. This is the one we use most of the time. Actually, it works really well.
Show it.
Yeah,
it's
the Vision Vibe 85 Sync 3. It has like a 8.5 meter of Sync 3 head. But we're also using like really heavy grain lines, really fast sinking ones if we want to go fast, go deep fast, and sometimes even intermediate lines.
So
just feeling.
But is it mostly sinking lines?
Yeah,
90% of the time.
Yeah,
I mean,
except the popper fishing.
Yeah, popper fishing is fun, but it's usually not the most effective.
Yeah, so that's the line included in the abo.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe we can bring up
line.
we have an abo kit in the studio.
Yep.
Let's have a look at that. So this is a pre-made kit. You just
ready to go.
Yeah, and it's everything you need: rod, reel, backing, line.
Yeah, and leader.
And leader as well. Okay.
Yeah. So you actually only need to collect it and thread the line and tie on a fly.
Yeah, and the first people who buy them from Kanalgratis will get 5 of these flies that we're going to tie today.
One per kit.
One per kit, exactly. Yeah. The 5
Otherwise,
first
it's going to be a long show.
Yeah, you can fly home tomorrow.
I'm not too keen on that.
Oh, I see.
But how do you choose like rods? Can you go perch fishing with the trout rod just as well?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, of course.
What's specific with this one?
I would say this one is actually good because it's a streamer rod that's not that stiff.
Yeah.
It's actually many of like saltwater rods and streamer rods are quite fast action. And this is sort of more forgiving, and when casting these big sort of bulky flies and on the sinking line, this is a really forgiving rod. And it's also really tough. We're swinging like 800 gram perch the same way as the spin fishermen are doing. I wouldn't recommend you to do this if you don't have like easy access to new parts like we do, but it works, and we haven't actually broken a single rod so far. So it's really, really durable and tough.
But the best thing with that, as you say, it casts everything. I mean, you can cast a small jig on that rod.
Yeah.
It's not going to be fun, but it will do it. But I mean, when I tried some of my flies, I had like 4 extra cone heads on it just to try different techniques and floating line just to get a different angle fishing the fly. And that was probably about 11 grams or something.
It's not pretty, but it works.
I really love that it's pre-made with all the all the parts fit together. It's perfectly made for perch fly fishing. If I would go out there and try to like find a good fitting reel, fitting rod, without really knowing all these details, I would probably end up with something that wouldn't be suitable
Optimal.
for that.
No, true.
But now we have the line is right, the rod is right, everything is right, so it's just ready to go.
And it's a good quality line as well. It's not a cheap. I mean, that's the line that if I already had the rod and reel, I'd just go and buy the line.
What's the length of the rod?
It's 9 feet, so it's 270 centimeters.
And a 6 weight, right?
Yeah, 6 weight rod.
And going back to the line, maybe you can show how it works there. So this is a Sync 3 line.
Yeah.
With a base of
floating. It's a floating running line, and then you have 8.5 meters of tangled up line.
This is Steffan's reel.
Yeah.
No, it's damaged.
No.
Okay, so 8.5 meters closest to the fly are sinking.
Yes.
And then how many meters of floating?
20 something. Oh, it's 30 meters long.
30 minus 8.5.
Yeah, so it's sort of 20 meters floating line.
Yeah.
And how deep do you fish the fly with that line?
Oh, you can fish it
in
really deep.
Normal speed?
Yeah, depends on how long you want to wait.
Yeah. So if you just cast it out and retrieving instantly, how deep do you fish then, approximately?
Depending on the retrieval speed, you're probably fishing approximately 1 meter below the surface.
Okay, so you can fish that shallow.
But if you speed up the retrieve, you're going to fish higher up in the water column.
Okay, so you can fish quite shallow as well.
Yeah, it's actually an excellent line when you're going to fish really fast, because it's always going to be just under the surface at least.
Okay.
And very much depending on the fly that you got on your leader.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
because
with a light fly, unweighted.
We always got to remember that there's nothing that sinks faster than a weighted fly on a thin leader, because the diameter is so much thinner.
Yeah.
So if you got, like, for example, just 0.25 a leader, and then the heavy fly is going to sink way faster than the fly.
Yeah.
If it just gets the time. So.
And if you fish a bit slower and let the fly sink down a bit, so how deep do you fish with this setup?
I would say you can fish down to like 5 meters.
Yeah.
Decently.
Yeah. 5, 6 maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And that's
You
probably
need to wait for the line to sink, but
that's probably going to be enough for almost all of people.
yeah.
How long should the fly be, in your preferences?
That varies.
Well, don't be afraid to use big flies.
No.
And I mean, when tying this type of fly, it's always better to make them bigger, because you can just trim them down.
Yeah.
But you can't. If you made like a small fly, you cannot like glue more material on that fly. But when we started with this fly, we were actually a bit scared of the length of it, because that was probably about that
It was
long.
over 10 centimeters.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But even 20 centimeters perch, just hammered it.
Yeah. And one good thing with the flies is that the perch can easily suck them in the mouth.
Oh, yeah.
It's really good.
The hooking rate is really good, actually.
Yeah, even though it's big and bulky, the physical...
You should use the other side.
Yeah, I will use the other
sort
side.
of broken.
I mean, the perch can easily get the whole fly in the mouth. It's not big, even though it's big. It's not big when you put it together.
It's not a lot of material in it, actually.
Yeah. So let's have a look at your flies now. How are you doing?
Yeah, we're getting there.
Daniel,
this
both you are getting...
turn out that pretty, but it's gonna be underneath the ice anyway, so no problem.
So we can start dropping comments for the name of Daniel's fly now. I mean, just the color. We're not going to use it for anything. It's just a way for us to see, to qualify you to win it.
Yeah.
I can see Steffan is painting stripes on his fly now. I don't know if you can see it, but...
What colors of the ice should I use? Orange? You like that, guys? Orange and white?
The Perch King was one suggestion.
I saw something
Perch
of a reggae perch fire tiger.
Okay.
I like that.
I don't remember who said it though. The fire perch candy. Yeah, lots of fun comments.
Do you have a red?
No.
Nope.
The ripple tiger.
Ah, that's good. That's good. Ripple tiger.
Fire minnow.
Oh, that's good too.
Ripple tiger.
Perch killer. Go for gold. Fruit cocktail.
We have a comment here from Teju saying Team Vision really made me interested in trying out fly fishing.
Cool. And it makes me happy every single time we get these comments. I mean, being able to get people interested in the fly fishing part of it is just amazing.
That's the amazing part of it.
That's even way bigger than if we would win the whole of Perch Pro. That, I mean, it warms a lot.
Yeah.
All of these comments.
And then I think you already won. I mean, so many people are talking about perch fly fishing, and the buzz is huge on social media.
It's fun.
Yeah, really fun.
It was kind of fun. I remembered an interview last year at Fiskefyrallen, and you said that last year reaching the number point is impossible on a fly.
Oh yeah.
Well, we thought so.
Yeah, I thought so until we hit it right during training.
I heard you put in a lot of efforts during training, and you even try like spin fishing to compare and.
Did you pinch my needle?
No.
But were you like surprised on the high numbers this year, or did you already know during practice that?
Well, we found out. I would say we found out during practice that this was
when you track the code
possible. I mean, we were actually getting a bit of help from some guys with a jig, and when we start beating them in numbers on the same spot, then we found out that this could actually work.
They're really good fishermen.
Yeah. So it was not until that point that we actually said, okay, hey,
let's try.
We are onto something. So then we decided that we're going to give it a go.
Cool. So is it like the slow retrieves and the slow presentations that's like the main advantage, would you say, in those kinds of situations? Or could it be like, I mean, especially during cold water fishing with jigs and stuff, you try to present the jigs very slowly and get them almost to hang and keep the lures close to the bottom and wait for, try to make like that surprising move of a flying fish and try to get that bite. Would you say that that might be the reason why you were able to beat the spin guys at that time on practice?
Yeah, I would say it's probably the hang time of the fly and the way it drops slowly. When you like lose tension, it drops really slowly compared to anything you can do with a spinning rod or jigs.
Are there many like different techniques within the perch fly fishing that you do, or do you usually fish the same?
We tried many different stupid things.
Yeah, so in spin fishing you do Carolina rigging, drop shot.
We tried that too with like heavy sinkers and a fly after.
Yeah. And also I know some people go with sinking lines and then
Floating
like a
fly.
floating popper.
Yeah.
The booby technique, it's called, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's-
And I actually tie some minnows or baitfish patterns with a floating body, like a popper's skull on them, and they work really well sometimes.
So there's more to to do here. You're not finished yet. Yeah.
No, definitely not.
I think the main thing that we try to do when we, at least when we come to new waters, is that we always try to start with different things.
Yeah.
We're not ever allowed to start with the same line or the same fly, and the same again if fishing is slow, then we change to different tactics. One go with one thing, and I, for example, go with a different thing. And whenever we think that we crack the code for that particular time of the day, then we both switch to exactly the same.
Yeah.
And then we just hammer. And when it slows down, back on the same again.
Switch.
Floating lines, heavy sink, different fly, all of that. So you always have to hammer it. You always have to be on, and you cannot accept that fishing just gone slow.
No.
It's not a possibility. You're not allowed to say, okay, hey.
Either the fish moved or they stopped biting on that kind of.
And you always got to
blur.
crack the code. You got to work to get them going again. And when
it's competition, that is.
but when it's on, you cannot stop. You cannot rest.
That's one very fun point. That the two of you are very different.
No.
Steffan is very competition-minded, extremely competition-minded.
Yeah. Sorry, Pontus. I think I told you a couple of things during that.
Yeah, he doesn't like it when I go ashore and fly with a drone and stuff and forcing them to
fly with an air balloon. You mean?
I believe I actually left you standing on the shore, on the bridge, waiting because you were not ready, so I went back out fishing.
And Daniel, you're not competition-minded at all.
Not so much, no.
Still.
We've done it 2 years now, Perch Pro.
Yeah.
And every single year I've called you on the way back home in the car. Pontus, I'm sorry for my behavior. It wasn't personal.
Turn into a machine when you
evil machine.
Yeah, sorry.
Do you think it's an advantage that you are different?
Yeah, definitely. Because, I mean, he makes me eat.
Yeah, he would probably die otherwise.
I forget all about it. I'm just gonna go into my own zone and I'm gonna stay there. I'm not gonna eat.
And the thing is, when your blood sugar is hitting rock bottom, you're fishing like an idiot. Not good. No. So you need to push food into his mouth just to keep him.
How is it fishing with Steffan when he has?
It can be interesting. He's like a child. It's really fun.
Well, you got to remember, I don't actually get like this when it's not competition.
No. True.
So it's only when we're gonna compete.
Daniel, do you remember the mental breakdown you had the final day that people haven't seen yet?
Oh yeah.
The laugh attack.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not to say too much.
Shit. Thank you for reminding. I actually forgot all about that.
So the last episode is like 2 hours long.
Yeah, exactly. That was how long Steffan laughed.
Yeah.
Because you got stuck into a log and you said,
log.
log off.
Log out, log.
I'm gonna log out.
Yeah, and then he laughed for 2 hours. But more about that on the fishing cruise when we watch the final episode.
Might be one more meltdown there. We'll see.
But I tend to do that sometimes.
Yeah, it's really entertaining.
Should we look through more names, perhaps?
Yeah. Have you find anything standing out?
Rastafari, Rastamino, Beardy Fly,
I didn't have
Sparkling Tiger,
I think
Stickle Confuser.
colors.
The Rastamino. That was
good anyway.
That's cool.
Perch.
A good one. Who will choose the winner? Is it Daniel or Steffan? Or?
Daniel for his fly.
Okay.
Sunshiners, Sprawling Special, Sunburst Tiger, Bursting Sparkler, Den Danske Faran,
Danske Far.
Chernobyl Perch.
I think the best suggestion so far is the Ripple Tiger.
I agree.
Let's go for Ripple Tiger. Who was that? Do you know?
Uh,
Maybe it was a long time ago in the comments.
Yeah, let's bring that up.
And the sometimes we put up those clips from Fly TV, and that is from Fly TV Sight Fishing Sea Trout episode with Steffan. That's what you can see in the overlay video sometimes.
One of the most epic episodes ever filmed.
That
was crazy.
It
totally
is crazy.
Yeah.
I would like to do it again, but I'm not sure if it's going to be possible.
No. We weren't even supposed to make a fly TV. We were supposed to make a short video. Maybe we could see a fish.
We're going to make a squeeze, like 5 minutes.
Short.
And we came down to the skinny water. It was low as a bright sun. And after, I think, 1.5 hours, we missed the fish, spooked the fish, and got one.
Yeah.
So we called Bauer immediately. We're going to make a whole film. Do it.
Yeah.
So
Which name again was it? That
Ripple Tiger.
Ripple Tiger. We have it here. Joel Johannesson.
Yeah. You're the winner.
What a hero.
Congratulations.
Send us your address and the name and all that stuff to pontus@kanalgratisdotse, and we can fix that.
Yeah. Cool.
Put it away for
Put it
him.
away and start again, because if we're gonna
Wait.
took some time.
I think, was that for the first sold?
Yeah, we can put this one in the first sold abo kit. So go to kanalgratisdotse and check out the Vision abo kit.
Yeah.
Everything you need to start perch fly fishing, and you'll also get this fly. Awesome stuff. I put it here.
Don't take it yourself. You've got a record of stealing flies.
I also need an abo kit. I can buy it.
Do
Okay.
that.
What kind of leaders do you use? Do you use any leaders?
Fluorocarbon.
Yeah.
9 feet fluorocarbon tapered leaders, 0x in the front.
Most of the time.
Yeah, 0.28 millimeters.
Do you use the new space fluoro?
Yeah, we used that we used it both during training and competition, and that worked really well.
So it's softer than the other fluorocarbons we had. So I actually think that it makes the fly a little bit better movement.
Yeah, and it's also the first one I've tried that actually works to tie together with a mono nylon leader. That is otherwise quite a big problem to tie a fluorocarbon tippet to a nylon leader, because the stiffness of the two different materials is really it's quite high. So puts a lot of strain on the knots, and it usually breaks quite easily. But it worked really well with that space fluorocarbon. It was really well. It worked really well. Yeah.
And it feels good to fish.
It feels good. Yeah.
We know that it's not as visible in the water as monofilaments, and it just feels good to be like. Doesn't.
Another piece of confidence.
Yeah. So for all you new guys who are watching, we can see many people are coming in all the time. We're sitting here tying flies with Steffan Jensen and Daniel Bergman from Vision Fly Dressing, famous from this season of Perch Pro. And we're doing like sort of open source fly tying.
Yeah.
So you guys tell us in the comments what we should do. Basically, what colors and stuff, more or less. And then half of the flies we will give away in the comments to some of you guys commenting. We pick the comments kind of random.
Yeah.
And then 5 flies we're gonna send together with the first 5 Vision abo kits that you guys can buy at kanalgratisdotse. So if you want to get this fly, either drop comments and we might pick you, or to be secure to get one, you can go in and buy a Vision abo kit at kanalgratisdotse. Ready-made fly fishing kit for perch.
Like that.
We have it here. The one they used in Perch Pro.
Yeah.
That is actually the one I used in Perch Pro.
This is that one.
You can
one
see the handle. It's sort of worn down.
Yeah, maybe the winning kit of Perch Pro. Who knows? We will find out at the sport fishing cruise in a week. But yeah, so this is what the kit looks like. Rod reel, line, backing, everything. And the 5 first will also get a fly tied in the live show. So really cool stuff.
I'm doing one of, I really like that Rippled Tiger stuff, so I'm doing another one.
Oh, you're doing one more?
Yeah.
That's great.
Do you need any color suggestions from the audience?
Hit.
What did you say, Mika?
Yeah, there's a lot of silver.
I'll grab that one because I got a pearl base here again.
Pearl and silver. That's pretty cool.
Is there any? Silver. What silver? Just silver? Or?
Green silver, for example.
Oh, that's cool.
orange silver, someone says. Pink silver.
And then the next fly, maybe we can do
Black
like
silver.
the fly of your choice. If you would tie one color to use in all conditions, the Steffan color and the Daniel color, you know.
Yeah.
There might be a risk that they're quite similar.
Yeah,
But yeah.
cool stuff. But you're tying the Magic Minnow again?
Yep.
Same base fly?
Yeah, I'm doing a silver variant on it now. Silver, I think. Well,
Blue silver, someone says.
Yeah, that could be a good combination as well.
Cool.
So let's see what we can come up with.
I really need to stay off fly fishing for as long as I can, because when I get into this, I'm gonna quit everything else.
That's gonna be no going back.
Yeah.
Usually it's like that.
I think I'm gonna stick with these pre-made flies for a little while more.
Yeah.
And it's good that I know you. You can always tie some flies for me.
Yeah, well, you actually wanted me to do that fly on an offset hook, right? To get a different. Well, I was supposed to do it and bring it to you today, but no, I didn't do it.
I actually have some offset hooks here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool.
Maybe next week when we meet again and figure out the time. So.
Yeah.
Because I think that would be even better, actually.
Yeah. So this is the pre-made Magic Minnow fly that you can already buy. They're not made here by Steffan and Daniel, but they're really good. And they
Production
are
type.
This is the fly they used in Perch Pro, the pre-made ones.
Yeah.
That pattern anyway.
We were too lazy to tie up that many flies that we needed, so it was actually more or less a coincidence that we started using those.
Yeah.
And they worked really well.
Yeah. And this is my drop shot version that I've tried. I'm going to try spin fish with these perch flies. I think they will work.
You can actually do that with pike flies too.
Yeah, I thought about that too. And also like doing Carolina rigging flies.
Especially like in rivers, it's kind of really cool.
Oh, it's going to be crazy. But more about that in next open water season.
Yeah.
Show.
Any more comments, Mikael?
Yeah, maybe we should talk more about like the retrieve of these flies. Like, do you have any tricks or suggestions? What worked best in Perch Pro for you guys to catch a lot of perch?
Variation.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, it actually was variation. I mean, there was nothing that worked exactly the same throughout 3 days.
No.
It could be, as we talked about a bit earlier, some of you might haven't heard that, but just to retrieve when you're not allowed to hand twist it, you're not allowed to keep the tension on the line when you made one pull, then it had to drop. But I think the only thing that was actually like the same was that you needed to speed your fly up and then stop it.
Yeah.
Actually, what Fredrik Julian, the Gunky team member, said that you need to, I can't remember the exact words, but speed makes the perch attracted, and gives it a possibility to grab the fly, and that worked very, very, very well throughout.
Imitates a flying fish.
Yeah, something like that. And when it stops, they're gonna grab it, and that I think has actually worked throughout all of our perch fishing in every water.
That works for every fish.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
A spin stop or retrieve stop.
In most ways of fishing, that's usually a trigger.
Yeah.
Does like a general fly look smaller in one perspective in the water compared to like traditional jig fishing for perch? Do you think so? Or, I mean, I guess these flies are quite easy for the perch to just swallow like whole.
Yeah. I would say that usually people fly fishing are a bit afraid to use bigger flies. Actually, without any reason.
Yeah.
I can say some of the biggest perch I've caught on really big pike flies. So.
Yeah, that's the same in spin fishing. You often catch some really
bonus
big perch and
fish,
big pikelers.
Yeah.
Very often, if you follow all of these comments on pictures on Facebook and all of that, very often people actually write that, well, my biggest perch came on a pike lure, something like that. Yeah. So I mean, they are. I don't know how big they are, but they're big. So Now these fish are predators. I mean,
The biggest pike lure that I've caught perch on is the big Mr. Clive from Mange Boy. It's really it's like this high and extremely big and bulky and vibrates like crazy. And I caught I think it was 600 gram perch on that.
Cool.
It was almost the same size of the perch.
That's
and
the bait.
And it was perfectly hooked in the mouth.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
So what would be like the difference in tactics if you go start really early in the year? It's really cold water. The fish are probably standing at the bottom, and let's say it's like 2, 3, 4 meters deep. Like, what's the difference in tactics then compared to what you would?
I'd say using heavier flies, trying to fish slower, and of course the fish aren't moving that actively. So when you find the fish, you will probably find a lot of fish in the same area. So you just need to find a way to make them bite.
And when you get it down to the bottom, is a way a bit similar to dropshot fishing, right? That you have the lure hanging at a specific depth, and you're trying to get the fish to bite. Like, but how long does it take to get down to 4 meters on these lures?
12 seconds, something.
Yeah, again, depending on both the line and the fly.
Oh yeah, and you can have current and stuff.
Yeah, getting a heavy weighted fly down to 4 meters doesn't take very long.
No.
On a fin leader, but having an unweighted fly down to 4 meters takes longer.
Forever. Might not even be possible sometimes.
Yeah. I think this is probably the most difficult thing to describe because I don't think that we actually know what we are doing all of the time. It's just somewhere in here that we gotta, like, we know what we want to do, and then we just do it. How should I describe it? I mean,
then you can also notice what depth you're fishing in. If you know the depth of the place, you know that when you wait 12 seconds, you hit the fly at the bottom.
Yeah. But because we actually do count when you get the fly line out and the fly, and you actually, when you're in the boat, you're standing there and you're counting. This cast I waited for like 7 seconds, and then I started retrieving my fly. Nothing happened. Next cast, okay, I waited for 11 seconds. Hey, I'll try 11 seconds one more time because I just got a fish. And then suddenly all fish are at the depth of 11 seconds. Then I'm not 100% sure how deep that is, but I know that they are at 11 seconds.
Yeah, with that setup. I always do like that in pike fishing. I always cast out, if I do at least a bit deeper pike fishing, I cast out, let the lure sink like 5 seconds, retrieve. Or maybe the first cast at a spot, I let it sink down all the way to the bottom. And then I know that, okay, after 15 seconds, my lure hit the bottom. So if I wait only 12 seconds, I'm going to fish a little bit over the bottom. And that way you can kind of find out how deep you're fishing.
And I think that's a good start to find out what depth they are at.
The worst thing is that when you fish like pelagic for pike and you catch a fish and you get like, oh my god, how long did I wait? I forgot to count. Like crap.
And then it's usually not. It's quite far between the strikes as well. So hard to keep focused.
It always feels good
way.
to know that. Okay, now I waited 10 seconds. If I do that again, I probably have a good chance to catch another.
Exactly.
Should we have a new name suggestion?
I think.
Are we getting somewhere?
Yeah, Daniel's is...
it's the same as the one before.
So Daniel's
Ripple Tiger.
Yeah, Ripple Tiger. And Daniel's...
Steffan's, should we have a name suggestion for that one, perhaps?
It's kind of a pearl silvery, bluish tone to it. I just need to brush it out a bit. So, hit me. Thank you.
You couldn't see it because you were looking at some sea trouts, but
kiss me.
Daniel just hit Steffan. Question from Kalle. Daniel, what's your personal best on perch?
I don't really know.
Do you remember?
No. The biggest one I know I've caught is like 13, 40. No,
No, you got bigger.
yeah. But I've caught I've caught a fish that's probably around 1.5 kilo. But it was a long time ago, and it was on a pike fly, so I wasn't actually aiming for perch.
Yeah. How about you, Stefan?
I'm not 100% sure either, but it's a bit above 1.9.
Oh.
And it's from that spot in Denmark.
Yeah.
So, but it doesn't actually, well, of course it counts, but there's so many big fish at that spot. So.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, we have names here. The Danish Roach,
Ice Baby,
Ghost Minnow, Jensen Tiger,
Silver Tide, Ripple Sillam.
That's actually not made of ripple ice fiber.
Ice Baby, The Phantom,
Ice Baby.
Long John Silver, Baltic Bastard,
Good suggestions,
the beard
guys.
shaver.
The Gliding Ghost,
The beard.
Silver Star, The Beard Shaver,
Stefan's Silver Seeker.
Surströmmingen.
Surströmmingen.
We had that before already. Tiger Rainbow. Many good suggestions here.
Let's leave
Silver
it.
Tide.
Yeah, another question here now in all the name comments from Pierre, wondering, do you get a lot of pikes when doing perch fly fishing, and do you ever use like wire leader?
Depending on the water,
Yeah.
I'll say we do. Of course, we get pikes. If there's a lot of pikes in the area we are fishing, we will get pikes.
Yeah.
But I don't think we ever put on wire just to.
To be safe from pikes, you know.
You did that last year in Perch Pro.
Oh yeah, we
I
did.
know,
That was ridiculous. And we were also fishing. We were fishing quite big flies then, just to target some really
And there
big
were
fish.
a lot of pikes. They were actually hunting in the surface. So.
And he caught a few decent pikes then.
And lost a few as well.
Oh yeah. But the thing is, with these flies, it takes like 5 minutes to tie them. You can tie a bunch. It doesn't really matter if you lose a couple of flies.
No.
So,
But if
you
fish-
can use like a thin wire, 20 pound coated wire. Works excellent.
Yeah, the Bauer Pike Wire 20 pound is
That's really
the
good.
perfect choice
Yeah.
from Partridge.
Yeah.
And now we can see some scenes from our Mountain Brownies movie.
Oh yeah.
Up in north
Ammarnäs.
of Sweden.
Yeah.
And
That's
what's
like
that?
torture watching that now.
Yeah. And are there many similarities between streamer fishing for brown trouts compared to perch fishing?
Yeah.
I mean, you do a lot of these throwing big meaty streamers in fast rapids. And
yeah.
Are there many
That's
similarities?
not so similar to perch fishing, but when you fish for trout in like lakes and that's quite similar actually.
Daniel or Stefan, what did you do now with the light there on the fly? Fun.
I took this UV resin glue and just added it on the like between the eyes to make a little bit of head, and I took a lamp with UV light in it, the same as the sun actually, and that dries it all up. So it's a very quick way to build up a head.
Okay, so you can control when the glue will.
Yeah. So when when the glue is situated where I want it, I just turn on the lamp and it sets immediately and it's done. So.
So if you would use like traditional glue, you would have to. It would start setting instantly when you put it on, and you can't recontrol.
Takes like 5 minutes to dry.
Yeah,
at
but
least.
now we can do it when you have it where you want.
Yeah.
And
the thing is with if you're using like a standard epoxy, it becomes more durable. But then we're back to that. It takes like 5 minutes to tie. So it doesn't matter if it actually breaks after a couple of fish or if you hit a rock.
Well, it's very rare that it actually breaks after a couple of fish.
Yeah.
They're durable as well.
Definitely.
yeah, that's some competition tying tips how to make it fast.
I can show you here. So now I just want to get rid of the fibers a bit.
Okay.
I'm a bit shaky, so I just put. Oh, I got a bubble.
See if you can see.
Like that. Try to create the head just a little bit. You could always put 2 times or 3 times, depending on how much you want. So no, I think it's all right. Just remember.
I don't know if they could see that.
No,
Maybe you can show again. So you placed some more resin there.
Yeah, just
to get
down.
those fibers
Down, and you got to be sure that before you put on your lamp now you fly, you got to have that shape you want it, because it's there's no turning back.
When you light it up, it will set.
Yeah.
Now it's done.
Yeah.
And it's
hard.
That's really cool.
And tack free.
Yeah. So now I got a little bit of a gap between, so I can just add on a little bit more if I want to.
Do you fill the head with glue or just coat the fibers?
Now I just coat the fibers.
And it also soaks a little bit.
Yeah, in between
the fibers.
So
did we have any more color suggestions?
For the I don't know. I think we have enough.
Yeah.
Do you think?
We have more name suggestions at this point.
Let's name it now.
You can bring some up. Maybe you can choose yourself.
I'm gonna do like a herring.
Ice perch, suicide silver, silver perch seeker, snowflake, silver surfer.
Steffan's old beard.
Well, I'm not that old, but I get beard.
Junior.
Colot,
The pearl minnow. Skyfly.
frozen danger.
Frozen Dane.
I love the effect of the natural bait fish colors, the silver blue, and then the red eyes as a contrast.
Yeah, and they are fluorescent as well.
Yeah. How much do you think that affects, or how big role do you think that plays in perch fishing? I know there has been a lot of testing on like sea trout, that they really see UV light and prefer those flies. But what do you think about perch?
I don't know, to be honest, but I don't think that it's going to make any damage.
No.
So
Why risk it?
Yeah, exactly. So by not knowing, I'm not going to risk it by not having it.
Yeah.
Because if it has got an effect, then I don't want to fish a fly without it.
No. We should do like Klaus in Denmark for sea trout.
Yeah.
Our friend Klaus Eriksen from Denmark, he, how long was it? A year?
2 years. I think.
2 years. He fished a rig with 2 flies for sea trout. They looked exactly the same, but one of them had UV in it, or fluorescent colors or fluorescent materials. And how was the result? How was the
I think
share?
that I'm not 100% sure, but I think he said like 85% of all the fish. He was fishing this double rig.
Yeah.
And 85% of all the fish took that fly with fluorescent colors.
Yeah.
And
no matter if it was in the front or the end.
It didn't matter at all. And the rest of the time where they actually took the fly without the fluorescent colors, he 90% or 95% of the time had 2 fish on the rig. So he had double hookup. So I mean, the other fly were already taken.
Okay.
So yeah.
That is really remarkable, and that's a clear result.
Yeah.
I mean, do you know how many fish it was?
No, I can't remember.
It was plenty.
But he's catching a lot of fish. Yeah. So that I actually stopped thinking about all of this why, and because that was enough of a result for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
it works.
Yeah.
So now let's leave it.
Yeah. So here's the Long John Silver.
Long John Silver, is that the name?
We got a winner.
Okay, great. And can you see? Can you see?
Let
who
me
dropped that?
try to find the comment.
It's quite far back, I think. But
Yeah. Okay, so let's put this one here in the giveaway bunch of flies that we have. And Daniel, yours. Where do you have that one?
These ones.
These 2. We will give away if you buy a Vision abo kit at Kanalgratis Livs.
one of them you already gave away, didn't you?
Oh yeah, to the name dropper.
Okay, so we have.
The reply that was for the abo kit.
Okay, yeah, this is for the abo kit, and this other one is also for the abo kit. But anyhow, you will get one of those flies if you buy a Vision abo kit, the 5 first people. And we also have, at Kanalgratis, we have a bonus reward system. So you will collect points for every purchase you made. You get points that makes you level up. So, for example, in Vision abo kit, I think it will qualify you as a silver member.
Long John Silver.
And then you will get discounts on all your orders and lots of other fun stuff. You can read all about it on kanalgratisdotse, but it's really cool. And then you can also use these points as money on your next order.
Cool.
So really cool new feature that we launched this month. So get in there and check it out, and you can see how many points before you place an order. You can see how many points you would get and what that would do to your membership status. But I think an abo kit would definitely put you as a silver member, and then we get a discount on all your future orders for a year or something. So go in there and you can read all about it.
Okay, cool.
Very cool.
I found a winner. His name is Grass, who won with the name of Long John Silver. So, congrats.
Okay, so send your name and address to pontus@kanalgratisdotse and we will send you this fly. Congratulations.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's next?
We're getting there. We have two for the giveaway and 2 for the abo kits.
Yeah.
3 more to go.
I got a bunch more here.
Yeah, if we can't have time to do them all, we have already made some.
Yeah.
Like a cooking show.
Yeah. I've been doing a cooking show all week.
Yeah, we should start making fly tying videos like that.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna glue the head, but we have already done it, so here it is.
We're gonna be
You
really
won't learn
fast.
shit.
Be great. Not.
So maybe you could tell us a bit more about the Vision team. How many are you in Sweden? And what?
We're like 3 salesmen. It's me, Steffan, and Bauer. We got different areas that we travel in.
We're actually 3 in the whole of Scandinavia.
Yeah, 3 in the whole Scandinavia. So we got quite a lot of road time.
Area too.
But then we are...
Do you learn a lot from that? I mean, meeting all those anglers from all over Scandinavia.
Oh, yeah.
And talking fishing.
Yeah, of
course you do.
Definitely.
That's a great way to learn things.
Fishing with a lot of them. You learn a lot.
I mean, you can learn a lot from guys who doesn't fish with a fly rod.
Yeah.
And you should listen to them. Because
even though they're idiots.
They're fishing for the same fish, so
yeah.
their behavior is the same.
Yeah. So don't ever think that you know it all, but try to adapt or try to take some of their what they know from their knowledge, and convert it into fly fishing.
Yeah.
So,
I think the better angler you are, the more you realize that you don't know everything, and that you always can learn.
Yeah.
Sometimes you meet people who have fished series for a couple of years, and it seems like they think they know everything. They got it sorted out.
Yeah.
But when you fish even more, you will realize that that wasn't the case. Yeah.
You don't ever got it sorted out.
No. You can always learn
that's the
something
fun
more.
thing.
There is always another situation to track the coding.
Yeah, definitely.
People are asking what the price is on the Perch kit.
We can bring it up here at the shop.
I mean, if you would buy the kit, what kind of species can you go fishing with?
Everything.
Yeah.
Well, you might.
I would say main perch fishing, of course,
Trout
and
fishing.
trout fishing in like put and take waters. It's excellent for that, and also streamer fish. I use that quite a lot when tossing these big articulated streamers as well.
You could use it for sea trout as well.
If you get a floating line, can you do like dry fly fishing for grading and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can, but
it's not optimal, but definitely it's a good rod.
So it's a good all-around fly rod.
Yeah.
And we will soon have a look at what it looks like in the shop. The abo kit. You can see all the product pictures and stuff. So this is what the kit looks like, and the price is 22.95 crowns, or in euros that would be. We'll see here. So that's like 242 euros.
You can fish pike with it as well, can you?
Well, that's probably whenever you're using a 6-weight rod and you want to toss these extremely big flies, it's got to be a problem.
Yeah.
But if you're using, like, you can catch pike on these flies, so you can, of course, you can land a 10-kilo pike on the rod. That's not going to be any issue, any problem. But the problem is going to be tossing a fly like that.
Yeah.
So if you're fishing smaller flies, yeah, of course you can. But it's not going to be optimal.
And it's not really kind to the pike. If you hook up with like a 10-kilo pike on a 6-weight rod, you're gonna fight it for way too long.
So we don't really recommend it as a pike.
No.
There are other pike fly fishing kits ready to use. The Big Daddy
That's
kit,
more
the
suited.
Big Mama kit, pike kit.
The pike kits, yeah.
If you're
targeting pike only, it's better to go with.
Yeah, and they're kind of affordable. I mean, the good thing with especially fly reels is that they're not too detailed. I mean, the base function of a fly reel is to keep the line there, and of course have a good break. But it's not like a bait casting reel, tiny with all kind of electronic stuff and different brakes and stuff. They need to be very technical and also very expensive if you're going to have a good one. But fly reels are kind of affordable.
You have like the same function in a cheap die-cast aluminum reel that you have in a several thousand crowns machined aluminum reel. It does the same.
Yeah.
You only have like a bit better brake on the expensive ones.
Yeah. So it won't affect the fishing too much.
No.
There's more to it than that.
Yeah, there's weight, of course, and design, etc.
The quality, and also some of the more expensive reels have sealed the brake systems, so you can't get in any water.
Which is kind of important if you go saltwater fishing.
Yeah, and
you
if
can
fish
get
a
like
lot.
fly reels with sealed brake systems now for under 1,000 crowns.
Yeah, or at least around 1,000 crowns.
Yeah, so it's going the right direction.
Yeah, but generally, I mean, it's hard to get a good ready-to-use bait casting perch kit for the same price.
Yeah,
that's my point.
Yeah,
with the leader and line and everything. So,
True.
That's good.
Someone asked a very interesting question here. Do you know if the perch are bigger in America than in Northern Europe?
No, I don't think so. I think it's the other way around.
Yeah.
They look a bit different to the ones we have here in Europe, but usually smaller.
Yeah.
I know they have some really cool perch fishing in Australia.
Oh yeah,
similar to here.
Cool.
Same sizes, and they look the same.
Oh,
that's really cool. I really want to go there someday and fish perch.
Would to Australia for perch fishing. That's cool.
So a bit different, like speed. Are they called like yellow perch?
It's Fly TV Australia.
Or Perch Pro.
Yeah, Perch Pro Australia.
Yeah.
Do you know, Pontus, if they're called yellow?
Yeah, I think they're called yellowfin perch, right?
Yeah.
And there's also redfin perch, but they don't look the same, I think.
Can't really remember.
Don't take my words as fact here. I'm just thinking out loud.
We got any Americans watching, you can please fill us in.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Give us an invite.
Yeah.
Someone asked if you have any holographics.
Holographic flash. You don't really have this material in holographic.
Do you only use, is this all the same material?
Yeah, this is,
we're doing two different materials. We're using the thin one, that's Icewing fiber, flash fiber, and then we're using this new one as well. It's a bit more wavy and a bit thicker. But you can do different versions. I have some I tied yesterday. Let's see. This one is Ripple Ice fiber in gold. And then there's a new kind of dubbing that's called Predator dubbing. That's a really long fiber. So I build a head with that one.
Or you can mix it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, turns out pretty cool.
Okay, so we have some audio interruptions right now, or it might be solved now. But I think that's the Chernobyl perch that you caught during Perch Pro. You've caught too many.
It's radioactive.
Yeah, you've caught too many radioactive perch.
Yeah,
you're disturbing the microphones.
Just getting in that fish. I mean,
that was so cool.
Yeah,
I'm still dreaming about it. It was just so beautiful.
So will you be tying flies at the sport fishing cruise as well?
Yeah, some during Sunday. We'll find some.
Depending on if we win or not. No, we're gonna be there.
Yeah, we're gonna find some corner and sit down, tie some flies, and chat to people.
We're not gonna have any workshops.
No booths, and it's gonna be easy going.
Free access for all. So
So for you guys who don't know what the sport fishing cruise is that we're gonna have a really
That's
cool cruise next Saturday, and it's called the Sport Fishing Cruise, and it's basically just a lot of anglers on the same cruise
On the same boat.
Yeah, boat for 24 hours. And you can do lots of fun stuff, but the main thing for us at least is going to be the Perch Pro final.
Yeah.
We're going to watch the final episode there together with all you competitors and teams, and we're gonna, it's going to be really fun. As none of you know the result,
No.
it's going to be really, really fun to see your reactions.
Yeah.
And we're going to film that and put it on YouTube after, and it's going to be, that's the awesome event.
Really cool.
And then you, after that, we have 24 more hours, and people can talk with all you guys.
Yeah.
And I mean, party together with you probably. It's a party boat on Saturday, and there are just so many. There's different seminars from different profiles in the sport fishing.
Yeah.
And you can even go to the spa.
Oh,
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And they have lots of nice food and stuff.
Go bathing with Daniel.
Yeah. So hope to see all you guys there on Saturday. And if you don't have any tickets, go to kanalgratisdotse/fiskekryssningen, and you get to the right place.
Yeah.
Link in the top right corner in the cards. Maybe it's up there. Yeah, that it. And right now we have more than 500 people booked for this. 500 anglers.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be epic.
Yeah.
And together with all the crew included, we're going to be at least 600-700 people.
Cool.
All anglers, and the boat takes 2,000 people, so we have some more room, and it's going to be really epic.
Yeah. Cool. It's gonna be fun.
And it's going to be full because it's a weekend trip.
Yeah.
There will be a lot of fly tying on the boat, right?
Yeah, I think there will be workshops and stuff. Can't really remember who are doing them. I think Johan Klingberg is doing some workshops. Some more.
It's going to be good guys. I mean,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
going to be a lot of.
Some of the
so
best
much,
here in Sweden.
Yeah, the whole program is on Fiskekryssningen's page.
Yeah.
Kanalgratis.se/Fiskekryssningen.
Yeah.
Or the official Viking line and Fiskejournalen page.
Yeah.
You can probably find a link there as well.
We should have a big monster there as well.
Nope.
They don't.
No display.
We're gonna.
All right.
You're just gonna be there and meet the people.
Yeah.
We're going to be easy
there and have
access.
fun.
It's going to be casual. It's going to be relaxed and just.
There will also be a lot of things around bait building that I'm engaged in.
That's cool.
Around spin fishing. So there will be a lot of workshop where you can learn to make hard baits, soft baits, spinner baits. There will be rigs, leaders. You can get to learn how to fix a rod that is broken. There will be a lot of lure builders that will sell their baits and show off cool baits for different species. So make sure to check that out as well.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. And just the fact, it would be awesome even without the program. Just the fact that gather so many people together.
Yeah,
and,
with the same interests.
Yeah, same interest, but still also different.
A lot of nerds.
A lot of nerds, but within many different, I mean, fly fishing, carp anglers, spin anglers, and we can all meet and share experiences.
Yeah.
It will be awesome.
Cool.
Wow, that's a cool fly, Stefan.
Yeah, I think it actually turned out.
Looks like the Suomi Slayer pike fly.
Oh, yeah, true.
Really?
I didn't actually think about that.
It just happened.
But look at it again when you put the colors on it.
With UV light, it's
crazy.
A close up of that. It's just really cool looking.
Yeah, there's been a lot of comments around copper and gold as well. So
Oh
nice
yeah,
to see you
good.
choosing that.
I was thinking that because that's sort of an old favorite of mine for spinners for perch.
Yeah.
And copper black is also really good.
Nice.
Should we ask for a new name for Stefan's fly? Or?
And Suomi Slayer is not allowed.
It's already taken.
Yeah.
This one already has a name, Suomi Slayer. But we can have another one.
Glue it.
Are you gluing your fingers?
Yep.
Uh,
No, it's just gotta. It's not very often I sit by a table like this time flies.
it's actually not totally ergonomical. I can feel it in my back now.
What vices are you guys using?
It's
Same.
the Marc Petitjean Swiss Wise. It's
High end.
Yeah,
Good
really
stuff.
high end, really versatile. You can actually use it for more or less everything. You can use it for tube flies even, so you have everything in one. It's really, it's a big investment, but it's an investment for life.
Yeah.
How much did it cost?
I think it retails around 6,000 crowns or something.
But if you tie a lot of flies, it might be worth
Yeah.
it.
It does everything you want it to.
Cool. Any name suggestions, Mikael?
Yeah, a lot of them. Bearded Clown, Perchinator, Somi Slayer Perch, the Pink Panther. Let's see what else. Trump Wig,
Pink Punisher.
Hubba Bubba,
Hubba bubba.
the Joker, Pink Transvestite,
Sorry.
Not really PK.
the Tropical Teaser, Pink Piggy.
Lots of good names.
Yeah.
Let's leave it hanging.
I can't wait to try perch fly fishing this year.
I'm
I
really
need
stoked too to get going.
It's can't wait.
I actually want to bring this one home.
Need to do more.
Then you need to sign into YouTube and leave a good name suggestion fast.
But
And choose
you
your
took
own.
my phone.
Yeah.
Fluorescent Pig,
Big, that's
pig.
cool.
Daniel, if you if you hear a name that we say, a good name,
Yeah.
just pick a winner.
But my feeling is that most of them are aimed for Steffan's fly. This is not very fluorescent
Yeah.
yet.
No,
I meant-
no, but
I actually
you
meant
need to
Stefan.
name. You need to name this one.
Okay, I need to do that. Yeah.
Both
pick-
of you
pick.
guys, if you hear
Yeah.
a good name suggestion.
Chernobyl Shrimp,
Chernobyl shrimp.
What? Does it look like
the Ragdoll,
No, but
Ragdoll.
Chernobyl
Chernobyl shrimp?
Chernobyl
Yeah, it's
Slayer.
totally.
mutated.
Yeah.
Pink Chartreuse Piggy, Pink Dane,
Pink Dane.
Exotic Perch, Pink Watermelon, White Widow.
Mhm.
It's an awesome fly, anyhow.
Oh yeah.
Trump Wig, it's back.
Trump wig. I want that one. Trump wig. It's not really suitable, but it's a good name.
The yellow on the top of
The
it.
yellow Trump wig.
Okay, I think we need to pick a name.
build a wall.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Alternative facts, guys.
The candy fly.
Candy.
So what are you going for now?
I don't know. I need
Something
some
different?
some help.
I saw something about red and black.
Oh,
Better.
that's good.
Maybe something like that. Don't know who dropped the comment, but
We have some really dark rippled eyes. Is this
This color's cool.
Oh yeah, it is. It is.
And that one?
Peacock. Peacock.
Pink Keel Hauler.
Kilo kölhalad.
Red and black. It gotta be like pink.
Pink red.
pearl
We don't
red.
really have a
really
red.
red one and a black one then. Yeah. Maybe we could add. We'll work something out. You're gonna have quite the job doing the vacuuming after
yeah.
this.
yeah.
And this is gonna stick everywhere.
And while waiting for the name suggestions and stuff, we have another fun thing to tell you is that Matilda Lejon, she's sitting in the control room right now, and she has started working full time at Kanalgratis last week. We were out filming some cool ice fishing videos and stuff, and now she's in the Kanalgratis family.
Cool.
And she's been on Ascension Island in the, is it Atlantic Ocean? Yeah, it's the Atlantic Ocean. And she has fished huge blue marlin for 2 months together with Johan Mikkelsen and Hannes Røgner. And they have a really, really cool film coming up there. And we're going to have a sneak peek of that very soon. We're going to look at the intro.
Cool.
And right now, in just a couple of seconds. And also, Matilda will have a seminar about that at the Sport Fishing Cruise. And she will show you many cool pictures and talk. She'll tell you the whole story. And also, I think that's where we're going to watch the film the first time. Correct me if I'm wrong, Matilda. But
I think so.
Yeah. But at least she will give a talk and seminar about it. And let's have a look at the fish intro from that Ascension Island. First time viewed on YouTube. Very exclusive stuff. Cool.
Hur får man bort linskyddet?
Fan jävla fitta, jag orkar inte! When another huge marlin attacked it.
She's in deep shit. I got it! First marlin! Yeah! Jävlar!
Awesome stuff. Can't wait to see that.
Damn right. Brutal.
You couldn't hear the sound of it, but it's really cool. Huge fish, really huge fish. I can't even imagine how big they are when you haven't done it, I think.
No.
Cool.
Have you done any tropical fishing like that?
I really haven't.
A bit, not much. One try I caught a couple of tarpons and some bonefish, but it wasn't. It was actually a family vacation to Tobago.
Yeah.
And I was just I went out with the guide one day, but of course that day there was no fish around at all. So we had some baby tarpons in the mangroves, but I got some good sized fish on my own, just normal sea trout fishing from the shore. So,
only bigger fish.
Yeah, that was
cool.
It's cool. But I would like to do it again.
Yeah.
But I think it's a bit dangerous, isn't it? If you go there once, you're probably going to get addicted, and then they're going to cost you.
Yeah. And it's not like you can go there and spend a couple of days and catch a marlin.
No.
You need to spend a lot of time catching these fish.
So. Or you get lucky the first day, you never know.
Yeah. Of course you can.
You probably would.
Yeah, Steffan would for sure.
Yeah. Probably break a world record or something just by
accident.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
What would you do, Daniel? You would drink a couple of beers.
Yeah.
And lose some fish. That's what you do.
That is what I would do.
Lose
That's what I do best.
Yep.
We got a question here. Someone wonders if it's possible to make the fly on a tube as well, or if it's better on the hook.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, why not?
You'll get some different buoyancy to that one, depending on the hook you put in the tube, but maybe that's something to try.
Yeah, the weight will be added more to the back.
Yep.
I mean, with the hook.
Yeah. Maybe you can balance it like with a cone head or something.
Yeah, because now it's dropping with the head.
Yeah,
a bit
head
first.
Yeah.
That could be a cool way to get it to
really
hang
hover
there.
Yeah. During spring fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do any other variations? I mean, can you add a wheel tail to this one?
Of course.
Have you tried?
Yeah, but I have to say that
problem is,
actually, for the first time, ever, the wiggle tails didn't really work for us in Perch Pro.
No.
Strangely enough.
No. And also, why keep experimenting if you had
exactly
with that?
True.
Minnow. Last year you did that. What the Mylar?
This one.
The Mylar minnow.
Yeah, the
right?
wiggling Mylar.
It's probably the most. Well,
can I have a look?
Yeah, we loaded up the boxes with those before this year, but
they worked actually quite well during training on some spots.
Yeah.
But during the competition, the filming days, it was.
Yeah. It's a really, really cool fly.
Yeah.
Different looking, I would say.
Really dangerous to cast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have gear to tie this one in the studio?
No. You need a lot of weight.
Well, we could probably do a variant, but I haven't got the main thing.
The mylar cord.
But I got the beads.
Okay.
Well, maybe we can stick to this.
Yeah.
But it's a cool fly, and maybe it's a good idea to bring a couple of different flies.
This kind of fly should always be in your box anyway.
And it works really well.
And do them differently. I mean, they don't have to be weighted, all of them. Some of them need to be heavy weighted, and some of them need to be more or less non-weighted. This got a cone head underneath here, so it's a different variations of that fly.
Yeah. So if you would like make a box with 5 flies that you bring when doing perch fly fishing, what would you put in that box? I mean, different versions of flies, different colors.
A bunch of these guys.
Different colors of these.
Yeah. Different sizes as well.
And that.
Yeah, the wiggling mylar.
The Martin Minnow.
Oh yeah.
And that's a weighted version.
Yeah, this is a weighted version that actually worked really well during Perch Pro. It's more or less, it's a...
Can I have a look at that?
Yeah.
And show to the
pattern from an
camera.
English guy, I think is. It sort of imitates a jig a little bit.
Yeah, but a lot of old stuff actually imitate.
So this one is weighted a little bit more, and it rides with hook point up.
Yes. So you can bounce it off the bottom.
Yeah, you can fish closer to the bottom and catch fish there as well. And you caught many fish on this one.
Oh yeah,
Perch Pro. It's just that we can't really cover everything, every lure change in the production.
No.
But this one also really did the trick in Perch Pro.
The thing is with that one is that we had to tie those ourselves, so we didn't use that much. So we used them until we were out of them, and then we.
Yeah, and I mentioned this earlier, but I was in the boat filming you guys.
Yeah,
that's why I know all these details.
Yeah,
it's really fun. And also another style of fly, that you have used when we filmed the first perch episode.
Oh yeah,
the shrimp imitation.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. But that's in where there is shrimp.
Yeah. And that was a small river going close to the
ocean.
coast.
Well, the perch aren't there actually migrating. I mean, they are coming from the sea into this little pond where we were fishing. So they eat a lot of shrimp. So it's natural that.
So in some waters you would use shrimp imitations.
Yeah. It just feels.
Maybe they'll fish even if they're not shrimp.
They are
probably.
They are working in Mälaren, for example. We know that. But just for me, anyway, it feels a little bit strange to put on a shrimp fly in fresh water.
Yeah. Can you make like crawfish imitations?
Yeah.
We love them for perch when spin fishing.
Right? Yeah. There's quite a lot of American patterns imitating crayfish.
Yeah. The bass fly guys should.
Yeah, both bass guys and also trout anglers.
Okay.
They use these imitations in rivers.
Cool.
Yeah.
I want to see one of those, Daniel. Make me crawfish fly.
You don't have any materials for it.
Oh, have you tied the crawfish?
No, I actually haven't really. I'm gonna.
Should be really cool with 2 like small dark wiggle tails imitating.
Most patterns are like 2 big sunker stripes in the back.
Oh. Yeah, that's one thing I want to try for sure. Because that was during summer fishing for perch. That was the best jig for me.
Yeah.
I tried some different double lure setups with both a crawfish and a fish imitation, and in one lake it's totally crazy. I have out of like 40 perch caught on that rig, I think 35 is caught on the crawfish. Cool. No matter if it was fish close to the bottom or on top. So I think a crawfish fly fished on a sinking line close to the bottom in freshwater lakes.
Then we need to find a way to really hide the hook as well.
Yeah.
That's the main problem.
Yeah. Put it hook point up like that.
Yeah.
Martin's minnow.
But getting back to which fly should always be in
Klauser minnow.
Yeah, Klauser minnow and the sculpin.
Yeah, something with a really heavy sculpin head is good.
They're up to more than 5 now, but that's okay. You can have a bigger box.
Do we?
No, we only have 5.
Yeah, I think that's 5.
A couple of magic minnows, at least 2.
Well, that's one pattern. Then you gotta, well, look at your jig box. I mean, if you could choose only 5 jigs, you would choose them in like
different colors. Yeah. Okay.
Because they,
Yeah, but a couple of different colors, weighted, unweighted.
Yep.
maybe shrimps if you fish in that kind of water, and so on. Cool.
But you can never have the same game box in the same
water.
No,
that's how it is.
So
cool.
So what are you doing now, Steffan?
Yeah, well, I didn't have the red as I wanted, so I had to make a pinkish black. So I'm actually making that red.
And what are we doing with that needle?
I'm just pulling the fibers out.
Like brushing it?
Ripping them off.
Yeah.
This is the Mira 10-gram copper Mira spinner.
Look at that. That's
an
all-time favorite.
And there you can actually see the difference between the fibers as well. If you put the two flies together, that is much more rippled.
Yeah, heavier fibers.
Someone is asking here from the audience, what about magic head minnows?
Oh yeah, definitely. You can actually tie these with a magic head as well. You don't get the same sink rate though.
Okay.
Because the magic head is sort of a bit buoyant.
Okay.
But you get a really cool action on them.
Yeah.
They swim like crazy.
And of course, when they got like a hat in front of them, they are like, when they sink, they are gonna get stopped.
Yeah.
When they go, you push the water down like that when they're sinking. Of course, they're gonna sink slower.
Yeah. Cool.
But that's really good for perch action.
And for trout.
And for trout and for everything else.
So we put this green copper Daniel's fly in the abo flies, and we can
got one more here.
Okay.
Sort of a herring thing.
That was a fast one.
Yeah. I did it a while ago.
Yeah, so let's add these two flies to the abo giveaway bunch of flies. We have one more fly to put there.
Yeah.
And we have soon 4 flies in this comments giveaway. These ones are already taken. No, this one. We never picked a winner.
Oh no, true. The only one I can remember is the Trump wig.
Yeah. Okay, the first one that drops a name for this one, I will win.
Unless it's crap.
Unless it's crap, yeah. And there's a short delay here till we can see our comments, but the first one that we can see now, like type the pink, the pink green fly should be named. Yeah, so we can see what you mean. And the first suggestion will get it. So go ahead, shoot. And now we need to keep track here.
So now my wife needs to be very fast.
Yeah.
So I can bring it back.
Call her. Name for the pink fly.
Pink as eyes was the first comment.
Bart
Pink
Cooper.
as eyes.
True top fan of Kanalgratis. We see his comments all over.
Cool.
So Bart Cooper. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but you won this fly.
Congratulations.
Yay. And now we have a big bunch of other names.
Tell us if it works.
Yep. So send me your name and details to pontus@kanalgratisdotse and we will send this one to you. Well done.
Cool.
And we're soon ready with this black and pinkish one, so you can drop comments for that as well.
What should I do?
But I mean, this is actually the cool thing about fly tying or fly fishing for perch. You could do every single color combination you want. You don't have to rely on anyone to produce a jig in that specific color. You can just.
It's a bit faster and easier than doing your own jigs as well.
Yeah.
Disco Star was the first suggestion.
Really
Pink
cool.
Panther.
Daniel, I think you have one more fly to tie.
Yeah.
Right?
What should I do?
Do you have any other fun pattern that you would recommend for perch fly fishing?
Yeah, but I don't really have materials for it with me.
You were prepared for
tying my magic minnows more or less. I'm gonna do something pinkish.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe together with a cool head made of dubbing.
You can do like there's a lot of laser dub.
Oh yeah, I think I got the new Predator dubbing somewhere as well.
And please continue to ask questions.
Yeah. Shoot.
To Daniel and Steffan.
Yeah, now it's your time. Everything about perch fly fishing and perch fly tying or anything else. I want to know what will your focus be in fishing 2017? Do you have any specific goals?
We don't actually know yet, I think.
No, not really. Of course, I'm really into this streamer fishing, so I'm gonna keep on hammering that. Try to get a really big fish. I would like that.
Yeah.
And then maybe there will be some char fishing as well.
Okay.
Maybe even recorded. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, as always, we're gonna produce a lot of Fly TV videos this year as well.
Yeah.
And it's not only gonna be like pike and traditional species. That's the fun thing with you. We always go to different kind of places and film and fish different species.
Yeah.
Lots of fun.
We'll see what we'll come up with.
We have another comment here from Bruce, who probably just started watching. Which fly line do you use most often for perch fly fishing? I think we covered that before, but we can say it again.
Vibe 85 Sync 3 head. That's the one that's on the reel like 80% of the time.
Yeah,
really versatile.
And that's the line in these abo kits.
Yes.
As well. So the 8.5 meters closest to the fly is Sync 3. Yeah. So they think 3 inches per second.
In a laboratory environment.
Yeah, in a laboratory environment.
So,
but that's the definition of Sync 3 or Sync 5.
Yes.
That's how many inches they sink per second.
Yes.
So the outer 8.5 meters are Sync 3, so they're sinking slowly.
Yeah.
And then you can see here, after 8.5 meters, you will see it's a control room. Put the close-up camera now. Any minute, any day.
Hello, come
on.
on.
Are they asleep? Yeah, they fell asleep in the control room.
That's not the best way, first day of work for Matilda.
Matilda, come on.
Wake up!
So here you can see if Matilda will zoom in any day. We're just gonna wait for her to... No, it's actually not Matilda's fault. It's mostly Johan's fault. As always.
Yeah.
Okay, so here you can see after 8.5 meters, this dark line turns yellow, and that's the floating part of it. So you always have really great control of the line with the
really easy casting line and really far casting line. If you watch Perch Pro, you can see most of the time we have like this much of backing out.
Yeah.
So we're constantly casting over 30 meters easily.
Yeah. Really great kit.
Yeah.
I love fly lines. They don't tangle.
Yeah.
When you do like, if you
they can.
They can promise you. If you would do this with a braided line, then
that's
like
not
crazy.
a good idea.
Right, I have some questions from the audience. They want to know what kind of species you have fished for. Other species like sea bass, perhaps?
Yeah, I've tried sea bass, but I didn't get any.
No.
One project that we have is we will try to film some mullet fly fishing. Right?
Yeah, that's really cool.
Mullet fly fishing.
We've planned it a couple of years, but we never really find the right conditions. No. It's not just to go out there and catch them.
That's probably going to be one of the hardest productions we... Well, it's one thing to find them and fish for them.
And film them.
And film them. Yeah, well, filming them is probably not going to be any problem, but catching one is a bit tricky. Well, some days it's okay, but...
I think it will end up as a cool video at least.
Yeah, I think so too. But I mean, I fished for sea bass, but there are a lot of sea bass where I come from in Denmark.
Yeah.
But I haven't had any greater success with it. Then I think I fished for most species
here in Scandinavia.
Have some name suggestions? The licorice perch.
That's good.
Bloody beard.
It looks like this. One of my favorite candies, like licorice and raspberries.
Pink stinger.
Pink stinker.
So now we have the final fly here from Steffan, right? Now we have made 5.
I think so, yeah.
So did we get any name suggestions for this one? The black and pink?
Yeah, we dropped some. Anything that comes up and you want to choose, like Pink Bastard, Shadow Killer, Pink Ruby. You've heard some before.
Yeah.
Disco Star, Pinker,
I think I got one left.
Shadow Killer.
Yeah.
Betty Boop.
Betty Boop.
And while you guys drop comments for that, I can remind you that when we close the show and when the live broadcast is over, you can start dropping comments on why you would like to win this abo kit. We will give away, not this particular, but a brand new abo kit from Vision to one of you viewers. But if you drop the comments now, they disappear after, when we close the live streaming, all these comments disappear that you already have. But so then you should start dropping comments. Why would you like to win this kit? And it can be anything.
Do it.
And we will pick a winner like tonight or tomorrow. We'll see. Tomorrow, I guess. Tomorrow it's Monday.
Yeah.
So don't forget that. And
I think I got one more left.
Any names that came to mind that you liked?
Yeah.
Dark Sunshine.
Okay, let's name this one, and then I think it's actually time to close the show. We've been up for 2 hours now.
Oh,
yeah. The time runs fast.
Runs fast.
The Licorice Perch, perhaps?
Yeah, we need to grab some lunch.
Yeah, why not take that one?
Which one?
Deliver it.
The Licorice Perch.
The licorice Perch. Yeah,
that's good.
It's from Sebastian.
Bitius.
Yeah. So Sebastian, great name suggestion. Send me your name and details to pontus@kanalgratisdotse and I will send you this fly. Very cool.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and actually I think we have these 2 flies that they make now will also be added to the giveaway kits and these abo. But we don't need to wait for that. It's time to close the show. But thanks a lot, all of you, for watching. It's been really fun, and it's fun to see how, guys from all over the world and all over Europe.
Yeah.
That's really fun to see how everyone can gather together. And do you have any final words to say to the audience?
I'd like to say thank you for all the kind comments and all the support we get.
What do you say?
During Perch Pro, it's really mind-blowing.
And every time you sit home watching the next episode and your Facebook goes ballistic.
It took a beating.
Yeah. Fantastic. Cool.
Yeah, no matter how it turns out, the final episode, you've done a great job this year. And it's going to be, once again, it's going to be so exciting to see the final episode at the Sport Fishing Cruise. So once again, going to kanalgratisdotse/fiskekryssningen to get your tickets to the cruise if you haven't done that. And also to you, Mikael, thanks a lot for being here today, helping out.
Thank you for having me. It's been great. Hope to see a lot of people on the Sport Fishing Cruise on Saturday.
Yeah, you will be there as well?
Yeah.
Really cool.
I will be in the bait building room. And of course on the Perch Pro final. So hope to see you guys there.
Cool. Awesome.
Gonna be epic.
That's it.
Cool.
So go out there, catch a few perch, and see you on water next year.
And for those of you who doesn't fly fish, get started.
Yeah. Awesome. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.